The Ragin Cajuns are a 1.5-star school in Lafayette, Louisiana, with an overall record that is under 500, but a bowl record that is over 500 at 5-4. Also, recently enough, winning this Sun Belt Conference and also co-winning the Sun Belt Conference during the COVID pandemic. However, the last two seasons, they have found their way to 6-7, with the previous year of 2021 with that championship win of 13-1. Of course, as a smaller school, this is going to be a team that has never had a first-round draft pick in the league. However, it came close multiple times with Orlando Thomas in 1995 with pick 42, Anthony Clement in 1998 with pick 36, Charles Tillman in 2003 at pick 35, and in 2020, Robert Hunt at pick 39. The goal for us is going to be to win the Sun Belt Championship, win multiple bowls if possible, and get an NFL draft player in the first round. Those are some tough tasks, but I think we can definitely accomplish some, if not all of them. The only thing left now to do is to actually get into it. Introducing the coach of the Ragin Cajuns. Welcoming the head coach that's going to be taking over this program, Jean-Baptiste Willoughby, born and raised in Louisiana, is going to be the man for the job. As far as his physique, he is a big 6 foot. He's also all of a sudden really short. 6'5", 324 pounds. Gotta wrestle them Gators. I was actually promising myself that I wasn't going to do any sort of accent, and I broke that promise almost immediately. As far as his pipeline, it's going to be Central Florida. I figured it's close enough to Louisiana, like kind of. I figured, you don't really need the pipeline of Louisiana, since if they want to come to Louisiana and they're there, just like stay, I don't know. But now that you met the coach, it's time to meet the players. Actually, before we do that, we're going to take a look at the recent history of this team, which I will say is actually not terrible. The last two seasons aren't bad, aren't very good, but the seasons before them, definitely good. Won the Sun Belt Championship game. So obviously a little bit of success, but fallen off since then. And you could see the goal is to make a bowl game. So fans are definitely not super happy with the last two seasons. And this is why Jean-Baptiste is going to be coming in. Of course, a local talent as well, which is going to improve the fan morale a bit. Of course, we're going to be signing this contract. There you go. Jean-Baptiste Willoughby, brand new coach of the Ragin Cajuns. Now we finally get to take a look at the depth chart, which is going to feature senior quarterback Chandler Fields with a speed of 84, acceleration of 89, 91 change of direction. There's a little bit of speed on this team, as you can see. Got a bunch of quarterbacks here, around 83 plus in the speed department. The problem with Fields, though, is he is 86 throw power, so kind of sucks that any of the players that I would want to start are pretty much all seniors in general, but obviously the starting quarterback with 86 throw power, while very accurate, is concerning. 86 throw power is really tough to get that ball from point A to point B. The second guy here, who is a junior, is very intriguing as well, so we'll have to see what happens there. Obviously nothing's really super set in stone, but Chandler Fields, being the senior, being the starter right now, being 5 overalls higher, probably will win the job for now, but it's going to be a long season. Running backs, we have a freshman at the starting spot, Elijah Davis. As far as his abilities go, he only has one, which is 360, which is not a bad ability. He's 5'9", 228, so definitely a weird but intriguing build. He has a bit of trucking, a little bit of juking. His catching is not the best, but he's a very good pure running back. Maybe not a dual style, like dual threat receiving back type, but not bad at all. And then the running back that's behind him is a little bit on the slower side. And then the third running back, who's also a junior, is very fast. Kentrell Williams, 94 speed, 94 excel. But I really like the starting running back here. That is very intriguing to me. I shouldn't just ignore the fullbacks, which we apparently don't even actually have one. But there is the wide receivers. Not a whole lot of speed here either. A lot of seniors as well. The number one wide receiver is Jacob Bernard, who is not that big and not that fast, but very good at catching, pretty good at route running. Release is a little iffy, if you will. As far as like all of these guys go, though, I'm not really liking the wide receiver room too much. I think Robert Williams is definitely the best on the team when you kind of compare his size with his speed. You also have a freshman wide receiver, Ragin Dennis, who's down there a little bit with 95 speed. He's a freshman as well. Could definitely see him finding his way onto the field. Tight end 1 is a sophomore with no speed at all. A lot of blocking types, even though it shows vertical threat, and some of the other guys are on the bigger size, 6'5", 6'6". 76 speed and then 70 speed. I don't really see how you're throwing to these guys. That athleticism is not there. You got a lot of catching, though. But yeah, tight end is a position we're going to definitely try to recruit for. Left tackle is apparently actually a right tackle. Junior George Jackson. Pretty decent overall. Very good power blocker, it seems. Specifically pass block power. Got some strength as well. Left guard, we have a really good senior. 88 overall, AJ Gilly. With not a whole lot of speed, but a lot of strength and really good pass block and run block ratings. As far as some of the backups go, obviously really low-end overall players. Senior Landon Burton is also a pretty good overall at center. The backup is a sophomore, Eric Richard, who's not the worst in overall. Right guard, Jax Harrington, who is a junior, also a decent overall. More of a pass blocker, it seems like. More of just a, I can't even say power blocker, because he's like up and armed. He's like really good at pass block power, really good at run block finesse, and the rest is kind of all up in the air. Right tackle, we are seeing a left tackle, so you got a guy's like kind of flipped. Bryant Williams, the sophomore, who is 6'7", a mammoth of a player, and a very good run blocker. This is our left end, who is also a senior, Antoine Bayless, 75 overall, 270 pounds. This is, in theory, a 3-4 defense, so could move some players around. I don't know if Fitzgerald West is the starting right end, which he is not. Could definitely see him, and honestly probably will already see him as the starting left end. I know his ratings are a little bit lower, but because he's a bigger dude, because he's a younger player, I kind of want to start him. I kind of want to start him. I feel bad because, you know, Antoine Bayless is a senior, but I just feel like that's the smartest move for us. And then on the other side, not a fit at all for this 3-4 is Jordan Lawson, who is also not that fast for a 235 pounder, but very good finesse move. Block shed's a little iffy across the board for pretty much all of our players. DTs, some seniors, and they're not very good at all. Their overalls are very low. The starter at least has some redeeming qualities at pass rush with a 78 power move rating. We now move on to the left outside linebacker, who is a pass coverage guy. It says that we were supposed to be a 3-4. We might end up having to change this up a little bit. This team is definitely built as a 4-3 without a doubt. You have this junior, though, who is not the fastest, but he's not the slowest, in Khalip Edwards, which, he's really good at tackling. He's got a little bit of finesse, so probably could play edge if he had to. He's 6 foot tall. Pretty good coverage, though. Pretty good block shed, so I would like to keep him as an actual off-ball. Then you have KC Osai, the middle linebacker, who has the physical ability of Hammer. His acceleration's good. His change direction's decent. Speed's only 80. Not a whole lot of athleticism on this team. It's not the fastest team at all. And then you have this guy who's considered a pass coverage guy. He's 6'4", though, which, I guess he kind of has a little bit of both worlds. Finesse isn't too bad. Zone coverage is pretty good. And he is a sophomore, so maybe something there. Looking at the corners now, definitely a really good cornerback. One who, unfortunately, is a senior. Kayon Martin, who is 5'9", 165 pounds, but has a lot of speed. Got some pretty good physical abilities. Juke ability as well is there. Already past the man and zone coverage, right up in the front. So very good man corner. The rest, you got some size with Caleb Anderson, which you definitely need because he's not the fastest. And then you have Lorenzel, who is the number 3, who is a sophomore, kind of a best of both, if you will. Got a little bit of height, a little bit of speed. Jeremiah Moses, the freshman, and then Justin Agu, the 5th player on the list. Free safety, not a whole lot of speed here. Tyrone Lewis, 5'11", 200 pounds. He's a senior. The free safety who's sitting behind him might even get the starting job unless our strong safety needs to be fixed up in Amir McDaniel. Unfortunately, also a senior, but definitely a more athletic player. Better zone coverage, pretty much better in everything across the board outside of hit power. He is smaller, but I'm going to put him as our starter, I think. I think he makes a little more sense as the starter. And then speaking of starters, strong safety, this one's a little bit tougher to decide because they're all kind of similar looking. Size is even like really similar. You have 6 foot versus 5'11 versus 6'2. 6'2 is obviously bigger, but you know that speed is dropped by quite a bit. The excel as well, -3 for pretty much all athleticism ratings. I think that you can argue that Cortland Flowers is going to be the starter. Kicker, we have a 90 kick power, 83 accuracy guy, and then punter is 81. This team could not be bothered with special teams. All right, so for the abilities, I definitely want to get strategist upgrades, but unfortunately you need to do other things to get those. Quarterback is kind of on the list, but I kind of wonder if you do O-line first, because it's a bigger position group. You know what? I think skill position, wide receiver / tight end is probably a little bit better. Of course, you can see on the bottom there, spending more things to unlock the second level is key, but also for strategists to unlock some abilities in there, you need to spend in recruiter or win a bunch of bowl games, which that's a lot. Winning 4 bowl games is not going to be like a thing you can just get done right away. Of course, we're looking at the recruiting as far as interest goes. We have a right outside linebacker who's ranked 165 that has us as his first team. And then obviously you have a bunch of second team guys. I definitely want to be interested in this fella right here. So far looking actually decent, so we'll put him on our list. And we'll probably just kind of go down the list from there. Now, here's the thing. I don't know if I want to spend much recruiting points on a fullback. We came into this thing with no fullback even, like, on our list. Is this something I really need to be invested in? I guess if there's no, like, interest in those players, why not? All right, for our recruiting board, we have our 35 players as of right now. And I think the first one we go for is Ashmore. We put a lot into him because he not only has pretty good ratings with 81 power move, but on top of that is easily the most interested, even close to 4-star or above prospect there is. I think we're 3rd on the list. I know his interest is 1. Okay, he's number 1. Obviously, we'll have to see how that works out, but playing time A+. Yeah, I mean, trust me, he comes in, he's getting it 100%. Let's see. So we have offer the scholarship, obviously. Can I do more, please? But as far as full talent goes, though, you can see 83 speed on top of 87 excel. That is a player. Then we move on to the quarterback, Ronald Riggs, a 3-star who has a 7th on his team list, which is I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Throw power seems to be, I mean, it's varying, obviously, but it looks to be at least 85-ish. Speed definitely seems to be on the higher end. Athleticism in general seems to be on the higher end. Maybe do a little bit more. That really did not help me. I don't want to spend much more than that. As far as recruiting goes, of course, offer the scholarship. And then fullback, I mean, I'm not really sure what I want to do with that. Do I really want to spend much on the fullback? Wide receivers, definitely want to, put as much into the guys that I think we have a best realistic chance to get. So a guy like Ashmore would be somebody I'd probably be willing to scout a little bit further. Let's actually see if we can see anything with this scout. 87 excel, speed seems to be around that. Release is pretty good. Catching is a problem, though, it seems like. Medium route, he's a goon. Deep route's pretty good as well. So, I mean, I think he's a decent-looking player. And then unfortunately for tight end, there really wasn't many options, especially interest in us. So, okay, that's not what I wanted to do at all. So, I mean, this is almost like your only guy here that you can get, which even then, it's a steep one. Look at some of the teams on there. I mean, we're not even on his interest list, but maybe we'll show the most interest in the end, and that's really what I'm hoping for. And then this guy, he doesn't have many interests on him, but he is a blocking type, which, I want someone with a little bit of athleticism out there, And then, of course, some of the offensive linemen, not a whole lot of interests across the board from most of the schools, but there's some options here that we definitely need to address, especially the future tackle position. All right, with our first round of kind of recruiting, scouting done, we will move on to the next week. Ronald has reached his 8 schools, which we are still in the running, which is nice to see. Of course, we now can add some actions. Hard sell sway. So what do we have to do? You have to be in the top 5. Send the house sends every available resource you have after a player to gain as much influence with them as possible. I know a lot of people do just send the house. I mean, he looks like a decent quarterback in my book. We haven't scouted fully. Let's scout a little bit more. Let's just scout him fully. I think this is going to be a guy we're all in on. I don't know, dude. 86 throw power. That's our only quarterback, too, because he was like the best 3-star. Not a huge fan of that 86 throw power, though. I mean, in general, it's kind of not a great quarterback class. I mean, 86 throw power is not the best. But honestly, we need a quarterback. I'm going to send the house. I think it is send the house time. Active actions, send the house. And, of course, we have the scholarship offered. And I'm probably going to send the house on Savage as well because his interest is level 1. He looks like a really good player. Lambinho, I don't really know how fast he is. He looks really fast, actually. Probably going to be another send the house here. Once again, I'm kind of new to this, so I'm not really sure what kind of hours we'll get in the future, if this is the best way to be doing these things. Did we send... Oh, yeah, we didn't even do this part yet. Like, I'm sending the house so often, we're not going to have enough points for any of the other players. We'll probably have to sell a little, less hard on some of these other players, like Jesse Boss will DM. This guy, we might not even have to do... Search social media. Spend time scrolling through the player's social media to learn them. Okay, fair enough. Let's DM the player as well. Number 1 for this fella, let's contact his friends and family. And then for the right guard, he's third interest. Let's use our final points on... Can I DM the player and search social media? I can. All right, that's going to be our points. I don't know if I'm selling with that, but here we are. And we have a bunch of players that have reached their final decisions. Sweet, thanks for telling me. We are nowhere near on the left guard, unfortunately. Nowhere near on that left guard. And the quarterback, we are number 2, but still not, on the top of the list. For Ashmore, we are way out in front, which is nice. Or the potential's way out in front, at least. We look really good for the wide receiver. Okay, and we're looking better. Of course, it doesn't really matter too much just yet. It's just the top 5 school, or top 8 schools, but... it's still something. And of course, the first game is going to be against the the Southeastern Demon Bears, whatever they want to call them. And unfortunately, we have been locked out of the left tackle we were looking at. We do have multiple left tackles, but realistically, it's not looking good there either. So we're probably going to be doing multiple game episodes, but for the first one, because we had to show the team and the early scouting process, recruiting process as well, if you will, we're probably going to do one game this episode against the Pandas. I'm going to be on Heisman, of course, 8-minute quarter length, and then for the gameplay sliders, this is where we're going to be at. We'll definitely be tweaking it up and down, I would say, throughout this series. Also, the XP sliders will need to be changed, I would imagine, at some point, but no, your boy don't really have a whole lot of experience with NCAA over the last, really, 10 years, probably. So it's going to take me a little while to really get a whole hang of this. But yeah, we are the better team, so hopefully we can come out strong. We have our roster lined up the way we want to. And let's also, hopefully we don't have any injuries. That's another big thing, if you will. But here it is, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns versus the FCS Southeast Pandas. And here we are, of course, at home to start this season out. Some of the custom schedules, that'll probably change in the future, but as of right now, just going to go bare bones early on and see what we're like, see what it's all about. And obviously, once again, those sliders, they will change at some point. It's also looking pretty good for the recruiting early on, I gotta say. Maybe some of the offensive lineman positions and whatnot, maybe not the best, but as far as, some of those 4-stars, they're actually pretty interested in us. I don't know what type of cheerleader move that is, but... I don't know why that just... Yep, that's a start. That is a start. Welcome to the Ragin Cajun series. I completely forgot. But you know what? Maybe we have the worst special teams in the world, and that was actually a saving grace play. And we're going to be stepping up. I thought it was actually a run. Oh, the defensive tackle makes a pretty good play, but to the outside goes their running back, Blue Redman, for 16. Also, you guys got to let me know what you... Did that not say 55 speed? Am I crazy? What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see me play every single game out? Do 2 to 3 games per episode? Oh, nice sack! What a play! Jordan Lawson. Beautiful. Or do you want to see, kind of a moments thing where we play half a season an episode or something crazy like that? Let me know. But of course, the numbers are telling us I don't feel is very accurate. Did they not just say the running back was number 55 speed? And to the outside, nice little defensive play. They only gained 3. Martin playing the slot. Delay from the tight end. He's going to take a shot. He doesn't. He might have him. And he's going to get the toe tap barely inbounds. It looked pretty good, and as that ball was coming down, you could see that he had the speed. And unfortunately, on 3rd and 12, we give up the big bomb down the field. I actually thought we were going to get a stop. Marquise Ashley, the senior. I mean, this thing was literally thrown to the moon and back. And he gets it right in the back of the end zone. Barely keeping those feet down. Oh, that sucks. We had an opportunity there to be great. Maybe should have also looked at the kick returners, but Dennis is going to be the kick returner for now. Spin move. Kind of got out of danger. Spins out of another one. And gets us to the 24. I mean, very exciting there. And only got to the 24-yard line, unfortunately. Looking at each side's impact players, definitely seen that early on, especially their wide receiver. The running back actually looked pretty damn good too. Here we go. First down play. Gonna actually take that to the running back, and nice juke move inside. Slips off of a tackler, gains 8. Also did not mean to have it on classic passing. I meant to have it on placement and accuracy, so we'll be there for this one. And, ooh, that's a little overthrown. I like that placement and accuracy, though. I can't lie. 3rd and 2. I mean, you almost want to run the ball, but look how many players they have up. I think double drags is the way to go. The tight end's open. We will get that first down and then some. And is there an injury? There's an injury to Galloway of the Pandas. You have a corner out. He does look like he's trailing on that, and that is a nice throw to the outside. Gains a bunch of yards to the 34-yard line. Perfect find. Massive first down. We're going to go for the handoff. Do we have this linebacker mic'd up? We do. Inside handoff. Really good play by the guard. Trying to juke left. Not a whole lot of jukes there, as we're going to gain about 5 yards on the ground. It's not a bad little start, though. I don't really like the play action here, but I don't like the run. There's so many players on this. We are to the moon, by the way, with this like satellite imagery. And thankfully, we didn't get that throw off. I don't know why I thought that tight end was supposed to run a corner route, which he just wasn't. I don't know why I thought he was going to, though. And can't really get that throw off, unfortunately. Maybe once again saved a little bit. Didn't really see an open player early enough, and here is a field goal from very deep. We got some wind as well. I mean, it's too much, and that's going to be shanked to the outside. 50-yard field goal is no good. All right, we got Edwards. Can't get in there. No push off the side, and there you go. Really good run defense there. They lose 3. Zone coverage got us in trouble last time. I really don't trust the one-on-one against that wide receiver that just had a touchdown, but we stick close, get a press. Press him a little bit. That should slow him down, and the quarterback's going to be swallowed up for the sack. The pressure's actually been pretty impressive. Obviously, they still have the lead, but we got the stop, and we are back out on offense, assuming we don't, blow it on the kick return, I suppose. Punt return. And found a little bit of room, and he fumbles! We just talked about this. The ball's still loose. Recovered by Moses, who's running down the sideline. He could score! Oh, what a first touchdown of the series! That is unbelievable. Maybe Moses should be the return man. The ball was loose so long, and somehow Moses comes in and outruns the whole rest of the defense. Jeremiah Moses, the cornerback, who I believe is pretty damn fast, 92 speed, not as fast as that guy apparently, but just about outran him and scores. Moses with a clutch touchdown. He's actually only 90 speed. I thought he was the 92 speed corner. He was not. Trying to get off the line. Nice club move. We're trying to get out there and set it up, which we do. Was that a candy corn? The little emblem looked like a damn candy corn, if you ask me. I'm not sure how the crowd isn't more pumped than this. Oh, we did a pretty good job, but we overran, and that running back looks huge, by the way, because it was a fullback, I believe. It's a big fella. He is not messing around. To the outside. Oh, my God. Oh, my Lord. At first, I thought we were about to give up like a 60-yarder to a fullback. How is the fullback their best player when it comes to running And there he goes. The first quarter is over. I mean, there's been some big plays in this one. There's a huge throw down the sideline on 3rd and 12, and then obviously that fumble for us that actually resulted in a positive play gave us a touchdown. All right, 2nd and 6 now. Stepping up, we're not ready for that play at all, and the fullback is pounding us right now. Pause, kind of. All right, got a little bit of main coverage. Martin going against the running back. Probably will be able to help out deep. Oh, it's a really good comeback route. And that'll be another first down. That's going to be man coverage most of the time, if not every single time. Glass, hopefully not made of it. Took a little while to get out there. And like I said, the fullback is really the one that's doing well for them. They put the running back out there, and they lose more yards. I don't know what it is. And it's not like we're not expecting the fullback to run, because we kind of are. It's going to be another run, and we're up there with a safety. A really good one-on-one tackle against a bigger player. Is going to be a gain of 3, but that's, I mean, all things considered, not the worst outcome. 3rd and 9. And over the middle, what a find, right past the safety who gets back late. And that will be a score. Pandas are back on the board with 7. Here we go, kick down the middle. See if we can do something crazy on special teams again. Middleton fumbled last time. And that spin was never going to work. We only get to the 17-yard line. All right, they're definitely looking to stop the run, I must admit. Got like every player in the world in the box. Wide receiver, the slot receiver, nice little juke move, gets blasted to the 35-yard line. Jet touch pass. I mean, I don't really trust the blocking on the edge, like, really ever. But you would think if you double team the guy, maybe you have a chance. Never mind. I don't know why in every game of Madden that just never happens. Madden EA games, I should say. Every game from EA, just you can never do a jet touch pass. It's just like it doesn't exist. That zig is open. Little overthrown, but it'll get there. Washington's going to fall forward for the first down. Now we have a swing pass, which is, I mean, it's not quite a jet pass, like touch pass at all, but it's kind of got that swing type over there. And we're going to get a nice throw there. We're going to cut it back inside. Nice agility. Cuts inside and falls down. Beautiful play. That was a nice little swing. Of course, with the play action. Haven't really run the ball super well, so I'm not sure how they're going to feel about this. Wide receiver's open. It's a little behind him. No, it's not. It's a perfect throw, and Williams is in for the touchdown. Finally an offensive score. And we're going to find our way into the end zone to potentially tie this game right back up. Remember, I know it's not an easy field goal, but we did miss a 50-yard field goal, so we should be up in this game. Going to be going against the tight end. Maybe not. Oh, that's a wide open play, but it's overthrown. You would have had a really good chance there to catch that for the first down. Quarterback really hasn't had any issues with incompletions yet, so just kind of a gift, if you will. And he's in trouble. No, he's not. He's going to find a man, gets blasted, but holds on for the first down. This quarterback is very good under pressure. He's very good in general, it seems, but under pressure, he's another breed. As we find ourselves already in the 2-minute warning. 14 all, but they're in position here near the 50-yard line. And there's some pressure off the edge. Double team sack, loss of 6. We've been able to get in there a little bit. Inconsistently, but it has happened. You know, we kind of almost can play whatever scheme we want. Sure, the guy is a little undersized, but we got an outside linebacker that can play edge and off ball. He's got kind of both styles. And that comeback route, we are on it more, but he still will be open enough. And that'll be another first down with a timeout. I don't know why, I'm just gravitating towards the glass. Then outside, we got the running back. Can we hit him hard? We can. Gains a yard. I mean, I think I'm going to get a little aggressive here and maybe call a timeout. Maybe come with the blitz on 3rd and 9. Get the ball back for ourselves. Got an overload on the side that they're probably going to be looking to throw to. Oh, I can't get off the line. And the blitz is there. Does he get it? Nice swat off that cornerback side. And, I mean, that was a close one. He leads him into the end zone. He might have had it. Moses, the hero of the game so far. Off the field goal block. The field goal is up and good. Wish we could have said the same about ourselves. Dennis on the return. Really, Middleton needs to be removed from returns in general. I couldn't set it up to the right side. Once again, back to the 17-yard line. Might be a case of maybe don't return the ball so many times. Either way, we have a little bit of an opportunity here before halftime to maybe make a score happen. Do we take that? Why not? Come on, Williams. And almost picked. Whoo, Ooh, that was scary. I mean, don't get me wrong, it took a while to get the ball there, but this guy's arm, he got it there, though. A little underthrown, but it's for the most part for how late of a read it was, too. They're pretty good on the coverage there, and does he hold on? They're going to say he caught that. I personally didn't know if he did or not. Tight end cross, problem with these tight ends is they're not very fast, so we'll see what kind of separation we get, if any. Oh, wow, a lot from the tight end one. I will say Carter's pretty good, though. Carter! Not the fastest, but wide open to the 33. Okay, maybe my speed biases are being tested. Because I got to say, he's impressing me. He's made a couple of plays now so far. I'm going to go the zig a little early because we can get out of bounds, which we will. Still 2 timeouts from the 20. I mean, if we can play it safe enough to where we don't throw the pick, we can at least tie the game up. Let's see if Legendre can do it. Oh, we had that too. Oh, we got some room to run, actually. Fields going for it all. Denied at the 1. That was a hell of a dive. Inside handoff from the 1. See if we can get in there. And we will. Nice cut back inside, and we're going to take the lead. Not a whole lot of time left here before half either, so really good position to hold that lead into the second half. Beautiful drive. And we're going to hold on to a 4-point lead, a humble one, into the second half. Halftime update. You see the Ragin Cajuns on top. Looking at the yard difference. No one's really running the ball too well. We are absolutely doing well in the pass game, though, and in general are enjoying almost double their yards per play average. Look at some of the highlight plays, the latest touchdown from us there. And here, it's one we'd like to have back where he just unleashes a bomb on 3rd and 12 down the sideline, sort of, right into the back of the end zone. I mean, our guy is inches away from getting a swat. Couldn't do it. Over middle, dot of a throw, I got to admit. And, you know, all said and done, we have the lead with ball. So we're not doing too bad. Middleton, who's fumbled once already, but it was a positive fumble, will get another chance at it. And not the fastest man in the world, but will get to the 27 with some decent blocks for once. Now, don't get me wrong, it's very early to be thinking about wasting the clock, but we're still going to try to run the ball nonetheless. Get our run game going. Oh, my God. I don't want to fight that. We lose a yard. It could have been much worse. We had, like, no support there, so if he fumbled, you're talking about an automatic touchdown. Tight end a little late. Holds on, though. Gains 3. A little more complex of a play. Dagger. Bernard on that curl route. Inside. Perfect play to Williams, who's been definitely our best wide receiver today, I think. Fields having himself a pretty good start so far. Offensive line's not playing too badly. Receivers are getting open just enough. Run game, unfortunately, is definitely struggling a little bit. Unless you want to count the big quarterback run, which I would assume with that and the other run that we had probably would be considered a good game. To that outside corner route, couldn't get to it. The C was open. Unfortunately, the block was not. It was like open C's on the offensive line. Carter, give you the main route here. They look like they're on it, so we go with the drag, which will give us the first down. Bernard, first down and then some. About 11 yards. Got the RPO kind of like bubbles, or not really bubble screen, but like smoke screen play. Which, I mean, I think is open enough. And it will be. We'll gain about 5, maybe 6. I mean, the big thing so far for, you know, the first game of the season, I think, is that every play is basically gone for positive yardage. And here goes a really big positive yardage play. One to beat, could do it. Spin move, juke move left all the way down to the 8-yard line. Once again, not very good in the actual run game. But our running backs have done well in the receiving game. And speaking of run game, why not keep this inside Washington? And we're going to find a little bit of room cutting back inside of the 4-yard line. This has so far been a pretty good drive. I don't like the way they're lined up. I guess they have them on the wrong side. So if we get the left, it's really all up to the left tackle here. What is the left tackle going to do? A chip and then into the end zone? He's not going to chip at all. He's just going to go right into the end zone. We're going to get pushed all the way to the 1. And the question is, do you get crazy with it? Tight end flat. I mean, it's the short side of the field. Would you expect a pass to the short side? That's really the question here. Big play in the game. And they're going to be on it. The tight end holds on, breaks the tackle, and scores. That is insanely lucky. I thought we were going to get a block, and we just missed it. Jensen really hasn't done much for separation, but that's a hell of a catch and tackle break to put us in a great position, up 2 possessions. Once again, the Pandas aren't the highest of overalls. You know, they're not projected to do the crazies of things, but you can only play who's in front of you, and we're obviously looking at a pretty good chance to go 1-0. We've been kind of running a little bit of a hybrid defense, so we'll see what we want to do going forward, but so far it's looked okay. Oh, crap. Oh, he faked it. He should have actually pitched it. Edwards has had a great game so far. Like, really good. It is also kind of sucky. I know it's an intended run, but that it doesn't count as sacks because it's a read option. Oh, that's a great play by the running back. Oh, that is a wide open player. Martin, does he have the speed? Will not catch him. It'll be a 75-yard touchdown to quickly answer back. I mean, did we not have a deep safety? I know his man coverage. It's single high, and the deep blue is just nowhere to be found. Caleb Sheffield on that play, which, I mean, he's only had one catch for 3 yards before that. And it's going to be a good fake out on the read option, and we're going to be only up by 3 after that. All right, offense, have another methodical drive. See if we can do it. Washington, inside, give. Oh, we did not think that was going to be a break off. Good job that to recover. We could have only gained 1 yard. Instead, we gained 2 extra. Probably going to hand this off directly. I think our run game is going to be pretty strong. As we're going to cut that back inside to gain damn near the first down. I think running the ball makes us a lot of sense again, because worst case scenario, you just try again. Whereas if you throw and it doesn't go so well, then you're not looking too good. Let's see what this handoff looks like. They are kind of stacked, but we have a lot of players here. Can we hike it? Thank you. And the guard isn't going to do his job. He gets pushed backwards. We lose a yard. It's now 4th quarter and 4th down. I'm not going to say our offense has been bad, but it has been far from guaranteed, so I do worry about going for a 4th and 2, but it's 4th and short. I think you do it. Running back's wide open. Wide open. Not only the first down, could be a score. Juke inside. Gets it. Doesn't have the speed to get back into full gear. Down to the 17-yard line. What a play call. It was just, they went 0, it seems like, but they didn't even cover the running back, so I don't even know what you would call that. Blown coverage, 0 defense? I mean, I don't even know. It's just they brought the house, I guess. Can I not run to the right? I was about to say, they got the tight ends on the line there. Wasting a little bit of the clock, can't lie. Cut inside, gains about 3. I feel like when you're in a situation like this, up 3, 2nd and 7, I mean, do you expect screen? I don't feel like you do. Oh, they're on it. They're not really on it. Oh, it's a terrible job. He's supposed to be our superstar lineman, and he's the worst. Really good job, though, by the running back to actually gain extra yards there. And, oh my, we're making this way harder than it needs to be. Don't fumble. Into the end zone. Fields has had a hell of a game. Could have had 2 rushing touchdowns, but in general, I believe has 3 total anyways. And that's going to be hard for FCS to come back. FCS Southeast, the Pandas, have been keeping up, but we are now back up by 2 possessions with only 6 minutes left. Chandler Fields, I mean, I will say, one of the guys we're recruiting looks very similar to the way Fields does right now, so potentially replacing Fields with another Fields might not be the worst thing as once thought. All right, I mean, we're back to single eye. I mean, I just don't like this. Oh, I thought they were going to go to that guy. First down on the short throw. Once again, it really is just about not giving up that big play, so maybe we do go back to just some more base, deep-ish zone. And over the middle, holds on to that. 7-yard gain. Cover 4, a little bit safer, to be fair. Bringing the blitzer from Osai. And that's going to be a false start. They got a little excited, I think. Oh, they're actually going to call a neutral zone or encroachment. I didn't even see that. Was it really? I mean, I guess so. They're saying it is. Was it because we moved him over at the wrong time, or did he actually just get faked out? Deep over the middle. No, it's not going to happen. He's going to get a block, but it's forced to the outside already. Problem is that will stop the clock. The clock is our best friend right now, and he's not really being a good friend to us. He's sticking around a little longer than we even asked for. 5 yards, another, big hit, leading to no drop. Not expecting fumbles, but I mean, even a drop would be nice. Can be play action. I mean, another, just tough catch. Back to the running back. I mean, we'll cover him. We're going a little bit deeper there because I thought maybe that corner, that C route was going to get involved. I don't really regret it. I think a bigger play would have been there if we wouldn't have dropped back. Maybe I'm wrong, though. And he's going to take off, and we're going to kind of get tricked a little bit. Keeps us in the middle of the field. Not really appreciating these hurry-ups, I will be honest, but what can I do? Playing the deep safety. I feel like the safety's out of position a lot. And that'll be a nice throw out of sack. stop that consistency they've had going on for a little bit. I don't know why. Like I said, I just I just go towards glass. And I don't know about this call. I mean, they're talking about pushing this ball quickly and hurrying up, and then they end up going with a run play, which is, I mean, that just didn't work at all. And it's going to be a coverage sack, our 4th of the day. On 4th and 22, dropping everyone back. I mean, I said drop everyone back. Literally, we just got to protect end zone. They're going for it on 4th down. It makes sense. Don't blow this. And back of the end zone, he has a chance at it. And no, he backs all the way off. And that is likely going to be game. 2nd and 1. And with that first down, I don't see why they would continue to stop the clock. And they are going to. I mean, I get it. Miracles happen. We did even fumble in this game, to be fair. But still, when you give up a first down like that, it's just, I don't feel like there's much chance. Spin move inside. He just needs a little bit. The stiff arm, the first down, and a hell of a way to finish the first week of the season. I am proud of these boys. Now, will we actually see that feature where, yeah, we do. Nice. I love that feature. Oh, I mean, I could nut in a butt. 35 of 25 over the Pandas. The Ragin Cajuns. Loving life after week 1 is a complete success. I mean, outside of the punt, return fumble, which, I mean, turned into a touchdown. There really was no negatives. 3 touchdowns. It was 4 total, I believe. The senior Fields, what a year, or start of the year at least. I mean, that was a great game 1. Looking at some of these highlight plays, not really existing in fairness, but there you go. The punt return fumble recovery touchdown, which, I mean, talk about an electrifying play. That was a beautiful play, which kind of gave us the spark, down 7. Obviously, we were getting the ball back anyways, but ignited instantly for that touchdown. Looking at the numbers, Fields, I said they do count the touchdown total, which, I mean, I guess makes sense. But they didn't show, like, the passing yards with the rushing yards, I don't think. But either way, 223 passer rating, which is unbelievable. 306 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 13.3 yards per attempt. The run game, Chandler Fields was the best, which obviously, he's got the biggest mismatch being a quarterback and all. Definitely could use a little improvement because Elijah Davis did have a pretty big run in there of 11. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. Receivers, Elijah Davis, though, he crushed it as the running back. That big 4th down and 2 turned into like 50 yards, 47, I believe, on the nose. The receivers themselves, all mixed around, just a bunch of different players getting a piece of it. Blocking, it was actually pretty good for the most part. Defensive line, Lawson with a 2.5 sack game. I will say Edwards still, in my opinion, felt like the best player as a pass coverage guy. He was all over the place, playing edge, playing off, doing it all, really. And I guess the field goal kick wasn't the best, but, that was a me thing, so I can't really blame anybody. And, of course, we have 20 coaching points, which is sweet. We'll sim to the next week, see what we have to play. Should have probably looked at the schedule beforehand, but, I mean, we'll get there when we get there anyways. And, oh, Lord, this is not good. Top 3 schools, and for a good few of them, we are out of the running. But luckily, that is just 1 stars. We're looking pretty good for some of these other players, thankfully. We're the top for most of them. Savage, really just surprised that he is still, in the top 8 schools. We're that high. I don't know if it's just people aren't seeing him, teams aren't seeing him, but 2 guys we absolutely want more than anyone is Ashmore and Savage, and we're looking all right so far to get them. Looking at Edwards. Oh, player of the week. Nice. I did say I felt like Edwards had a really good game, even though Lawson was the guy that had higher sack number. I really liked Edwards. He did well. National Defensive Player of the Week. Okay. I see you. Nice. Now, don't go getting a big head or anything like that, but the next game will be against Kennesaw State. Like I said, I'm probably planning on doing 2 games an episode on 8-minute quarters. We'll see what happens. Maybe that changes in the future. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the first episode of our Louisiana Ragin Cajuns, I would definitely appreciate it if you left a like, maybe subscribed if you're new. If you're not new, I do appreciate your support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, second channel, PK Plays from non-manning content. And that is about it. If there's anything you think I could have improved on as well, whether it be play style, slider-wise, recruiting, you're like, hey, you're not doing this right, I'm always down for suggestions. That's I'm that guy, all right? If you got, information, I'm willing to listen. If it sucks, I'll just ignore it. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys come back for next video, but until next video,